Cool. So the key to progress, how to increase adherence. As always, in this call, I'm going to explain, basically what is adherence, why we care about it, and how to increase it, how to make it better. And can I have the words? Practical applications. So, exercise adherence has been defined as exercise behavior within a structured program and as exercise maintenance outside of a formal program. So, in simple terms, it's basically your behavior within a program. So that means, how the likelihood of you following the program, training program, exercise program, or if you don't have a formal program, what's the likelihood of you still exercising in some sort? Okay. Obviously, it's a little bit, the definition is a little bit vague, but I guess you understand the meaning of it. So when it comes down to adherence, one of the most important factors that we need to understand first is motivation, right? So we often talk about motivation. Every Monday I do a motivation Monday post story, and let's analyze what is motivation, right? Which simply put is that desire inside that's gonna make you do that thing, right? So let's say I want to lose weight. That is my motivation to start an exercise program. That is my motivation to start a nutritional program. So of course motivation is going to be number one. Is going to be the fire that is going to fuel. Sorry, is going to be the fuel that is going to bring the fire for you in order to stick to the program, right? But let's analyze, because we have two different kind of motivation. We have intrinsic and extrinsic. Okay, so basically a person's motivation to exercise comes from either internal or external reasons. So let's dissect each of them. So an intrinsic motivation often comes in the form of challenges, enjoyment, or satisfaction. So here we're talking about a motivation that comes from within, and ultimately this is the one that we should focus on long term, okay, coming from within you. And if I can make a little tangent, this is probably what I've been able to do for myself, because obviously as I talk a lot in my post, now looking back, I think my motivation to start this exercise and fitness lifestyle was the fact of being bullied because I was an overweight kid, and so I had an external motivation because I didn't want to be bullied by other people. So that's how I started. But now, actually, my motivation comes from the challenges. So sign up for a strongman competition, or trying to get as lean as possible, or going for sign up to an half marathon one day. Challenges, enjoyment, because I enjoy training, right? And obviously you might enjoy training as well, and enjoying something is gonna ensure that you're gonna do it more. It's gonna be more likely that you're gonna do it. And of course, feeling satisfaction from it is also a great factor that we cannot ignore. Obviously, when it comes to external reasons, they're usually body related. So we want to improve our appearance, or social factor, right? For example, if I'm playing football with my friends every week, I don't want to let them down, and I'm going to make sure that every week I'm going to the training session or to the practice, basically. So again, external factors are normally what gets you started, and internal, so intrinsic is what keeps you going. So I think it's very, whenever I have a new client, I always ask the questions, okay, look, there is nothing wrong with wanting to look better, right? Or getting abs or getting bigger, because again, that's what I want, and that's what everyone's want, even if they don't say. But tell me, what is the real reason? Like, okay, you want to train because you want abs, but why do you want abs? What is about getting lean, getting abs, being able to take your top off on the beach? How is this going to benefit you, right? So then we're going from external factors, so the way you look, to internal, like, okay, I enjoy the challenge of pushing myself and see what I'm capable of. So that's, challenge. I enjoy feeling fit. I enjoy feeling healthy. Okay, so we're going from extrinsic, external reasons, looking good, having abs, bigger muscle, to intrinsic, internal reasons, the challenge, the enjoyment, and just feeling good about yourself, right? So I got this from the internet, right? The main reasons why people basically stop exercising, even though they might have said, oh, I want abs, or I want to get bigger, but I'm not training right now, or I haven't been training for the last 6 months, whatever. So the main reason behind someone stopping exercising is normally lack of time, right? Inconvenience. For example, oh, the gym is far away and it's not between my work and my home, for example. It can be an expense, right? I don't have the money to join the gym. I don't have the money to pay for a coach or for a personal trainer. For some people, and I experienced this with clients in the past, it could be a physical discomfort, right? You might have stopped training because when you tried in the past, it was really hard. Perhaps you felt sick because you pushed it too hard and you don't want to do it anymore, right? So you stopped and you're scared to go back because you felt physical discomfort. For some people, can be embarrassment, right? So they go to the gym, maybe they don't know what to do, or so they're afraid of getting judged, or they don't feel confident in their bodies. So like, oh, the gym is gonna be full of people, super muscular, super fit, and I'm embarrassed to go there. Obviously, poor instructions, right? So if someone is being getting information from the internet, for example, which is what I'm doing right now, but I have some experience under my belt, for me to feel confident to give informations. But there is so much information on the internet that some people might get information from the internet, they must start doing something, and then they stop because this poor instruction led to injury, lack of progress, or whatever. And also inadequate support, right? So that's one of the reasons why my clients succeed, is because they have my support, the support of a little community that I try to create. And this is important, right? Or even your own family and friends, they might be living a different lifestyle, and it's not because they are mean, but they might not support your lifestyle. So whenever you want to go for to train. Let's say you're at work, which probably is not happening anymore. Everyone is working from home. But let's say, you were at work and, you want to go to the gym, but your coworker asks you to go for a beer. This happening day by day. You might fall off the wagon, and that's, 1 year later, you haven't been training, and, you don't feel good about yourself, potentially. Or, simple loss of interest, right? Again, maybe you were a little bit too fixated on the external motivation, on the extrinsic motivation, which again is short-lived, is good for to initiate the process, but for long term it's not great. So in that case, you're like, oh, why do I even bother to go and train if I'm just doing it to get abs? That's not enough reason for me to spend 3-5 hours a week in a gym, spending £80 or $80 on the gym membership and so forth. So those are the main reasons why someone might have stopped their exercise routine. So how to improve it? How to improve adherence? I jot down 4 different ways to improve it. Okay, so I'm going to go through each of them and try to dissect it a little bit. First one, be realistic. Okay, obviously, me as a coach, I will sit down with the client, I will ask them questions, and based on that, we will work out a plan that works for the client. Do you have to train 7 days a week? No. Do you have to train 5 times a week? No. 3 times a week? Look, doesn't matter. Train as much as you can afford with your lifestyle, taking into consideration your family, your work, the other commitments in your life. Because at the end of the day, as much as, we want to look the best and we want to do this, we want to do that, we got a life on the side as well, right? Not on the side, but we got priorities as well. So being realistic with your commitment level, it's important, because when you especially like we're gonna get there in January, right? People is gonna be like, new year, new me. I'm gonna go to the gym every day. I'm gonna eat chicken and broccoli every day. I got this, and then 3 weeks later, everyone left. See you next year. Because they've been unrealistic, right? To be honest, to make progress, you only need small changes, right? And actually, we can only take small changes as humans. I was reading this research, and basically, I might not have the figure right, but basically, we can only change 5% at a time. So whenever you try to change something more than 5%, you're basically gonna, you're very likely to fail. So whenever you wanna change something in your life, your lifestyle, take it slow. I actually made a post yesterday. Take it slow, right? So be realistic. If you can only train twice a week, you train twice a week. If you can only train half an hour, you only train half an hour. And this is huge, because first of all, someone that starts all out, then it's not sustainable and they're going to stop. So they start all out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 3 months, but then they stop for a year. So how can you make progress if you only go all out, but only 3 months at a time, right? If you talk to me or the people that I know that, have been successful building, a body and, building a lifestyle, it's all about consistency, right? Maybe some weeks you train 5 times, some weeks you train 3 times, some week maybe you don't train, but then you train the week after, right? You resume. So being realistic with what you can do, it's number one for me. So again, it's better training. If you can only train twice a week for half an hour, it's better for you to do that than you stopping training altogether or not training at all. That's what sometimes, makes me, yeah, it really annoys me. People say, no, I don't have time. While in reality, yeah, you don't have time for 2 hours session 5 times a week, but do you have, do you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes? It doesn't even have to be every day, but do you have 15 minutes a couple of times a week? And, truthfully, everyone is going to have 10 to 15 minutes, even every day. Come on. But if we fixate ourselves on, training has to be in the gym for 2 hours, otherwise it's not training. Well, guess what? If you can't do that, then you're not going to train, and that, basically you're failing, right? And we don't want that. So be realistic with your commitments. And number 2, we need to encourage a positive mindset, okay? And, I know this from experience, and, I'm big on positive mindset and positive language when we talk, especially when we talk to ourselves. I've been working with hundreds of clients throughout the years, and I know that some people, when they start this journey, they're really negative in their mindset and in their language, like, oh, I'm so weak, I'm so fat, I'm so unfit. And I mean that, that's okay, you realizing your current situation, but you are now in the gym, you're now taking the ownership, and let's do it, right? Let's be positive about it. Like, let's focus on the positives. I'm here, I'm ready to work. Yes, I might be fat because, what I did in the past led me to be fat now, but I can change that. And I want you to focus on that. And this is actually something that I enforce in my coaching program. Every week, during the weekly check-ins, I ask my clients to list one win from the week that they, just that went past. And for some people, it's hard. It's hard to find like a win, right? People has the tendency to be very critic with themselves, which is good because, being critic with you is gonna allow you to push further. But sometimes and often, we want to enforce this positive mindset. We want to encourage it. So actually, okay, even if you only, you were meant to go 5 times to the gym, but you only went 3. So negative mindset would be, oh, I missed 2 sessions. The week was crap. Positive mindset is, look, it was a tough week, but I made it to the gym 3 times and I'm grateful for it. That's my win. So positive mindset, look at the wins rather than the losses. Talk to yourself in a positive language. So, yes, you might be unfit, you might be fat or whatever, the situation, you might be weak, but that's something that you are now because of the past maybe, but now you're here, you're working, let's do it, okay? Be positive about it. You being here now, that's a massive win, okay? You do the work. So be happy about it, be positive about it. And number 3, obviously, build a support system. So this is something that, I'm trying to work on through my with my coaching program. Obviously, we have a WhatsApp group, we have a Facebook group, and I'm trying to build. We trying because I'm not doing it just on myself, my own, right? So I'm trying to build a community, a little community of like-minded people. Now, for example, last year, right, we had a Christmas party for everyone that was in London, but of course, this year is not going to be possible. And obviously, my business now, being online, is worldwide, so that would be hard to meet everyone. But just sharing our journey, sharing our stories is very important, right? Because sometimes the people that is close to us, like friends and family, maybe they will share our journey with us, right? So for example, if if your partner is into the fitness as well, or she wants to get into the fitness, then you can join together. Obviously, you can cook healthy meals together, you can train together, or at least understand why you're doing it. But unfortunately, not everyone will be on the same path. And it's not their fault, it's okay. It's also on you to have maybe a tough conversation with them and say, look, I'm trying to do this for myself, for my health. I want to be fitter because this and this and this. And actually, I'm doing it to be a better partner. I'm doing it to be a better friend, a better father. So try to create that connection with your support system, family, friends. And it's tough. Look, it's tough because I remember, and obviously my family is quite supportive, but no one has ever been into fitness, so that's something that maybe they cannot relate. So me going to the gym, uh, taking the time to go to the gym, no matter what, training while I'm away in holidays and stuff like that. Obviously, for some people, it's hard to understand, and it takes time, right? You just need to be strong and also share why you do it, because maybe at the beginning there might be a little resistance, but in reality they might want to join the journey with you. So it's always good to share, and be strong, because from my personal experience, yes, people at the beginning will be resistant, they will make jokes and stuff like that, but at the end they will actually look to you one day and asking you support, asking you um, tips, right? So again, build a strong support system, because at the end it's harder when you're alone. And again, this is something that I'm building with my in my coaching program. Obviously, I'm gonna be your number one supporter in your journey. Um, Sometimes I want it more than my than the clients, and sometimes that's fine, right? But yeah, build a support system, that's very important. And then so obviously it's not I'm not being sexist, right? But stop be stop being a I don't know how to say that, right? Stop being soft, basically, right? I'm not gonna swear. Stop being soft. Sometimes you just gotta get it done, right? um we need this thing about parenthood, right? So as a coach, sometimes I need to be mom. So hey, don't worry, it's fine. This happened, and maybe this week you didn't train, or you didn't eat well. We're gonna back on track next week. But sometimes you need to be the dad, right? So give a slap, because sometimes just you told me you want this. Why are you not doing the work? you know Stop making excuses. Every excuse is good if you let it. This is one of my mantras. And I myself find excuses for stuff, right? We're not, you know, I'm not here saying I'm perfect, so you shouldn't do it. But call yourself out when you're using an excuse. So when I find myself using an excuse, I'm gonna call myself out and say, oh, you know what, actually, I didn't do it, not because I didn't have time, maybe it wasn't a priority, right? And so again, sometimes you just have to get it done, stop being soft, and just do it, like Nike says. Um, So guys, I hope that this has been helpful. Again, I cannot stress this enough. It's all well and good, you know, you can do the best program in the world. Um, Maybe, you know, you have the best coach in the world, which is me. Um, you know, you're spending money. Um, Maybe you do it for 3 months, but then if you stop for a year, for 2 years, what's the point, right? And this is something that I'm always trying to, and of course it's a challenge. I try to reinforce with my clients like, okay, look, I understand the situation, you know, you're busy, whatever happened, you're away, but if you stop now and you stop for 3 months, then you have to start again from zero. So consistency is key. There's no way around it. And, you know, again, if you look at people like, you know, maybe myself or successful people in everything, you know, we talk about fitness, but this is life, business, relationships. You have to put the work almost on a daily basis. And, you know, if you stop the progress. And sometimes you lose the progress that you made. So, you know, I don't care if you have the best program or you did a diet for 3 months. If you stop, you're gonna go backward. So in my opinion, you know, again, focus on these you know, tactics that I share with you, and understand that adherence, consistency is key. And if you stopped in the past, why did you stop? And okay, I really want this. What do I have to do to avoid, you know, me sabotaging myself in the future? So I love exercise. I love feeling fit. So why did I stop? Realize the reason that made you stop, perhaps, so you can avoid happening again in the future. I cannot stress this enough. Very important. And I hope you enjoyed, guys. Obviously, now that I'm going to finish the live, can ask you please a favor. I'm trying to build the community again, support system. So I have a Facebook group, which is in a link on my bio. So when I finish the live, go on my bio, there will be a link and there will be Facebook group. You just click join, and then you're in. Again, I'm trying to post daily in there. The recording of this call is going to be in there. I'm going to post the link for the future live call, so you're going to be able to be live with me. And yeah, that's it. Guys, have a great rest of the week. If you have any questions, obviously, you know, feel free to message me. And guys, it was a pleasure. And again, let's do this.